Welcome to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. It is Wednesday afternoon, and as always, we're so excited to be here. I have a handsome guy next to me. Who are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm Stephen the Medium. No, I'm Coach Elix.
That happened once, like years ago. It was like 25 years ago that happened that I said, this is Coach Elix. So, and you can't even get easy squeezy right.
Lemon, easy, breezy, lemon squeezy.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
But no, it's not right. So, but Elix is here with me, and of course, you just heard the almost. Mark, the producer, is here also, as we love to see him. And I just said on Facebook Live that Mark's mom, Miss Ellie, brought us some food for the crossing of my mom. And so she knows I don't eat red meat, and as I said on Facebook Live, I barely eat any meat. And so she made a vegetable lasagna, and it was incredible. Like the base of the vegetable lasagna was raviolis, but it was so cheesy, and it was amazing. It was so good. And she made cookies. You know, I keep forgetting to talk about the cookies because the lasagna was so good, but the cookies were fantastic, and I think Miss Ellie was on, as well as Mark was this past Saturday, out and about with Elaine, and of course I tuned in to make sure I heard them, and Miss Ellie and you, Mark, did a great job for an event coming up. So I hope everyone's having a great afternoon, a great week. This weather is beautiful. The sun's out. This weekend we put the clocks ahead.
Oh my.
Yeah, and you know, if you probably have heard many times with me that I am a winter guy. I love the cold, and this was a sissy winter. I didn't like it, and I'm already resolved to just bring on spring because
He's very upset that we didn't get lots of inches of snow
like we're
and
supposed
storms.
Yes.
In minus 0 degree weather.
Yes, I am very upset. This was every month, and for anyone, even a couple of weeks ago, for anyone, even meteorologists, wait, it's March. I'm looking at them like, are you living here? Like, are you in New England? Like, we don't have any long periods of time of cold, so clearly we're not going to get any more winter storms. It's not happening. I'm putting it right out there, and if I'm wrong, I don't know how to finish that sentence. If
Yes, it is.
what?
The big one's coming. Before springtime officially hits,
Which is March, 20th, 21st, whatever.
yeah. We're going to have.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Listen, who's the psychic medium here? No one's going to call ever again because when this huge storm comes in 2 weeks, it doesn't work that way. However, I'm just telling you that what I feel, what I know, being a New Englander for all these years, it's not happening. But let me switch subjects too. So, well, let me ask you, what's going on with you, Coach Elix?
There's not much going on with me.
I beg to differ.
What are you? Where are you going with this?
He
gives me that look, and I'm not quite sure if I have the right answer or the wrong answer.
There's no right or wrong answer. I just am bringing up first of all, how well you're doing with your business.
Yes.
You amaze me how well you're doing.
Well, thank you.
Yes. I mean, it's just more and more business.
Well, that's because I love what I do. Right. It's a passion. It's not just a business.
And I love that, and that's exactly why I'm here too. Is I love what I do, and
that's right.
It's not work. So,
and we're very lucky to be. Well, let me reframe that because luck really has nothing to do with it. We've been working very, very hard to create this, and we're very fortunate to have the life that we have, and that we are able, in our own ways, to every day make a difference for people.
Even though I'm, as you say on Facebook Live just 2 minutes ago, I'm high maintenance.
You are high maintenance.
Which is not true.
Okay.
Anyone who knows me knows that I am easy going, and I roll out of bed, and I'm ready to go. So.
Yeah. Hair alone, 30 minutes. Wardrobe, not to mention, seriously, tell people about the other day you came out with a brand new pair of pants that have been in the closet for probably years.
Well, you know,
and tags on.
That's because I get very nervous. I spend a lot of time in the closet, and I'm out, and I don't want to go in there. So I run in, I grab my clothes, and I run out. And sometimes, you know, this purchases with tags that eventually I'll get to, you know, as the rotation moves up. So, yeah, I mean,
these pair of pants have been there for years.
Yeah, but they look good.
Yeah, they did look good.
So I mean, I found them. Now I can wear them, right? And the good thing is I can still fit in them. So that's a great thing.
So, but let's be clear. Low maintenance, you're not.
Alrighty, so can we mute his microphone? Mark's like, no,
Mark's
we can't.
like, hell no.
I'm just kidding. But there was something I was. Oh, so just quickly, remember, local people. A week from this Sunday, March 15th, I am doing an event at the Everett Saugus Elks. I did one in November, which was fantastic. It's a beautiful venue, second floor, beautiful parking. And even though there's tickets left, there's a lot of tickets that have already been purchased. And I am, with much more focus on, I am going to really deliver my notes.
That's right.
Yes. I mean, this is something that has been occurring and being processed, and I'm figuring it out. But the part of what I'm doing as a medium, I am actually writing notes and passing them out to various people.
Well, notes from Spirit.
It's not $10 bills.
Well, but you just said writing notes, and I mean, you could be writing your
Stick
own,
people.
note about how lovely you think somebody is. This is
well,
not what
that is
is
true, because I could write a nice note, but no, it's from your loved ones. It's really amazing, and I've done it more so with private readings. I actually just did one in a remote reading, which was wild, that I actually had someone from New York who I did a reading for, and we did a Zoom call so that I could see her. And right before I started the reading, I told her I was going to email her the note and not to open it up. And I did a nice Evite, and did the reading. And then at the end of the reading, she opened it up, but she already had it. I wanted to make sure she knew that the email and the note was written before I actually even did the reading. So, and the feedback from her really was
wild.
Like, it was wild. Yeah, it really was. It was wild. It was fantastic. It was, it's one thing to get a reading, right? And I record readings all the time. And not like in an event like the one at the Elks. It's too big for me to record. But if you come to me or you do a remote, reading, I record everything. Zoom is cool because you get to not only have the audio, but you get the visual. But if you come to my office, I actually record the reading so that you have it. And I think it's important because, number one, the hour goes by so fast. And number two, there's a lot of things in there that you don't catch that when you listen to it, you do catch. So it's really wild. But to actually then have something tangible that's written from somebody that's crossed for you, that you can actually hold on to, you can hang up, you can see it every day, is completely different.
And the feedback we've gotten from the people who have received notes thus far is that for most of the people, when they read the note, it actually, they experience it's a note, it being a note from the person, as if the person who they've known wrote it.
Right.
It's one after the other. The people are blown away because they're like, oh my God, it's like my father wrote this note. It's like my grandmother wrote this note.
Yeah.
But the other thing I wanted to say is, because this is a new concept, those of you who are curious and they want to see how this works, or you want a possibility of getting a note, one cool way to find out is to go to the show.
Go to the event
at the Elks in Saugus on March 15th.
Exactly, which is also our wedding anniversary.
That's
by
right.
the way.
Yep.
Happy anniversary to me and Elix.
That's right.
So, yay, Mark's giving an applause. And I'm not doing the notes yet. It's too much for me to do every single reading that I do. It's just it would just be way too much for me. But in a big group like March 15th, it's fantastic because there's more than one note, and for me to actually get to hand them out, and again, just seeing people's reaction and people that I did it the first time in this particular event. Someone said that they opened it up and then they closed it. They couldn't read it there because they got so emotional. And when I did the fundraiser for what was the name of it? The Council for Kids, Council for Children. There was a woman there that got a note and opened it up and was crying. Good tears though. So all right, so 508-222-1320, and we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Crazy Through the Static with Stephen the Medium, and I think I'm going to go to calls. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
This is Stephen as well.
Hey, Stephen. How are you?
Good. Happy anniversary if I don't talk to you before that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, Stephen, we celebrate March 15th because it's 11 years we've been married. But
legally, but
we really celebrate April 8th because that will be 27
years.
So, but thank you for that, Stephen. Thank you. Is anyone else hearing stuff? Do we know what it is? Stephen, I'm stopping because I can as I'm speaking I can hear like a
Do you have a radio on?
Do you have a radio on?
No. And you're not on speaker?
No, not now. I guess I was.
Okay, that's what it was.
Maybe. Oh.
No, it's
better. It's better. Okay, so let me just tune in here, Stephen. So, how many times can I say Stephen? I'm tuning. There's a lot going on, so I'm tuning in to see who's. They're all talking, and I'm like one at a time. There's what is he? I can't tell, Stephen, if this is dad or grandfather. I mean, it feels like the father level, but I am trying to figure out what in God's name He's showing me. It's something I've never seen. So let me start with this. Did you have any connection with dogs or hunting?
Dogs? No, I never hunted. I had a dog years ago.
But it doesn't have to necessarily be you. A connection just means was there somebody? The reason why I'm asking you is because I saw a dog that and this is definitely your father. Your father shows me a dog, but it's what I was saying is, what is he showing me? It's a very it's a bloodhound. So it's a very, very specific dog that, I've never had in spirit, to be honest. So I don't know if he's talking about like hunting ducks or somebody hunting, or is he bringing me to like being out in nature and fishing? Was that something him or somebody connected to you ever did?
No, not at all. I mean, we did target practice and with gun. We had a dog that wasn't a bloodhound, but other than that, I can't come up with a connection.
And you said you did target.
Yeah, we went out with the rifle, and we had a pet husky shepherd, but we never had a bloodhound.
Yeah. You're taking it too literally, Stephen. Okay. It doesn't have to be a bloodhound. It's just what Spirit does is they show me things for me to get to where they want me to go.
Okay.
So a bloodhound just pretty much just means that there's something to do with either shooting or hunting. So was it you and your dad that did target stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what it's got to be. Because, again, as much as I love to tell people that this is like a phone call, like, what did you say? It's not. And they have to use my experiences, to get me to where they want to go. So so what did you shoot? Like.
Oh, just soda cans and bottles. And, it was just for fun. 'Cause my father didn't hunt. We just had fun with the gun.
Yeah, but imagine not even putting aside the hunting. When you're hunting, you're using guns. Same exact thing. You're in the woods. You're shooting things.
Yep.
Make sure you know that it's just a way that your dad just wants to say it's him. Your father just said to me in a very sarcastic, funny way, my son should have got that way quicker, and he's laughing.
Yeah, my dad would say that.
Yeah, he was like looking at you like you should have way got that quicker, Stephen. So, but the great thing about why your father just brought that up was he wants to make sure you get that those memories with the two of you doing that is something that he thinks about daily and holds so close to his heart. So, Mike, Mark, who's the M here? First name, middle name that your father keeps talking about. It almost makes me feel like, Stephen, that there was I don't know if this person is crossed or not, but did your father have, or did you guys have like a cousin or somebody that was sort of connected with the? It feels like an M name, like Michael or Mark.
I had a cousin, Mark, that actually passed a few years ago. He was pretty young.
Wow, so know that Mark is stepping forward. I kind of figured or felt like it was a cousin or someone in that kind of realm. So how wild is it, Stephen, to know that your cousin Mark is stepping forward to let you know that he's here. And Mark is very, just said to me that, looked at me and said, you're only talking to Stephen on the phone, and Stephen is if anybody sits with him, is very, very remarkable. He's just giving you a really beautiful compliment and very interesting and knows a lot of stuff. And your father just yelled out, knows a lot of stuff about nothing. Your father's very funny, Stephen.
Yeah, that's his exact sense of humor. I mean,
yeah,
it's amazing that,
I always tell people that, when someone crosses, they have that same personality, and that's one of the reasons why they give that personality, is to say it really is me, So it's kind of cool. The dog that you said that you had years ago that you brought up is now here, and. But what is he showing me? He's showing me like B or C letters. I don't know what this is. I don't know if and don't tell me his name.
No.
Unless it's a B or C, or was there initials? Like was there an animal or something that had initials? That someone would nickname somebody, or maybe it's not even an animal. Is there someone connected to you that was like RJ or PJ or that went by initials, even maybe when they were younger? Because I'm not sure it's connected to the dog. I think and where's the W? Where's the W name come in?
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, Stephen, you can.
Later.
Come on.
RJ.
What was that?
W.
There's a sometimes when I get an animal coming through and they give me a letter like W, it's that because they had a lot of white on them. I don't know if that dog had a lot of white.
Not really.
Okay, so then it's not it. So just make sure you keep those two things with you, because if they're giving it to me, there's a reason for it. But there's initials. Even though did that dog have a collar?
Yeah.
When I just said the initials, the dog just brought me. Was the collar did it have a tag engraved?
I don't really remember because it's been so long. I'm not sure if we had identification or.
Well, just know that it's definitely the dog with the initials. What he's giving me is that something's engraved, whether it's the collar, whether it's something that was on there. Just know that it's just a way that he's letting you know that he's here with you, and is always around. The W, I don't know. That's a place, Stephen. That's like Washington or Weymouth. Your father.
Well, that's W would be the street.
Oh my!
Lived on.
There it is, Stephen. Well, I told you you'd get it. So what was the name of the street?
Wheaton.
Wow, this is so. Is that the street you had when the dog was living?
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's a long time ago.
I know, but how cool is it that the dog wants to give that validation? Right before I was just gonna like I was gonna end the call, and the dog said, No, it's a place. It's a way that your baby just wants to let you know that he was very happy there on Wheaton. So how cool is it? And know that tonight, wherever you're sitting, just make sure that you take a second and look to the right or look to the left or in front of you at your feet, and your dog is with you. So how cool.
That's awesome.
I love it, Stephen. And listen, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
And a lot of love to you.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. I'm going to go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Beepy. How are you? Who is this?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
Who's this?
This is Chris.
Chris, I thought maybe you were like playing a tune or something for me. You know?
No, I didn't understand how this whole thing worked. I thought maybe somebody would like prompt me that I was up next.
You know what? Here's your prompt. Chris,
Yeah.
you're next, and you're up. So I'm so glad that
Awesome.
you called, and I get to do a reading for my second person. You know, Chris, Stephen, the caller before you, was my first caller, and I forgot to ask him. And maybe if Stephen's listening, he'll know, or maybe this is for you. When I was doing Facebook Live, I had a teacher, someone who crossed. Anything connected to you?
A teacher?
Like someone, yes. She stepped forward when I was doing Facebook Live, and I didn't have time to sit on Facebook to figure out if it was someone on Facebook Live. But all I know is that I wanted to ask if there was a teacher, because there was a teacher in spirit, and she was standing next to me, and she was just very sweet. She worked, for many, many years, and then she retired, and now she's in spirit. So if it's not something that's connected to you, not a problem. I just thought I'd throw it out. So.
Not closely connected, no.
Okay, all right, so that's fine. It could have been for Stephen too, but I forgot to ask him. So let me ask you, twins. Where am I going with this? Twins. Either. Let me start with Gemini. Is there someone a Gemini? Are you June? Is there?
I know a Gemini. Yes. My brother.
Oh, okay. So there it goes. It's very. This is a mother figure. Is this mom?
No.
So grandma. So your mom is still living?
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be. Do you have a mother-in-law?
Yes.
Who's living?
No. She passed.
That's why I asked, because when I went to go to grandmother, she stopped me and said, this is a mother generation, so that's why I asked about. So this is a mother-in-law stepping forward, Chris. And obviously I also have somebody on your side, because there is a grandmother stepping forward who gave me, even though I think they both gave me the twins and the Gemini. So let me break this down. So your grandmother, this is mom's mom is crossed? She comes from my left, so it's maternal side. So your grandmother on your mother's side is stepping forward. She gave me the validation to your brother, the Gemini. I've never had that way, that validation. Like she showed me the twin sign. But your brother is here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a sibling crossed?
No.
Okay. So, are you still married?
Well, yeah, they're married. We're not legally married, but
okay, I got it.
So the woman that passed, we were in her mother-in-law.
Okay. But this is your current married mom?
Right.
Okay, so I got it. So the reason why I'm asking that too about the loss, does your husband have a sibling, like a brother-in-law, sister-in-law who's crossed? Why do I keep feeling that with you?
No.
So did your mother ever talk about miscarriage, losing a baby?
No.
Okay. All I'm telling you, Chris, is either because I have to check in with your husband's side too, because if your mother-in-law stepped forward first, it means that I'm getting validations for you as well as for him, because it's his mom stepping forward. So, but I keep feeling there's when I get brother or sister, inclusive of that is like a brother-in-law, sister-in-law, but there is definitely that level that's in spirit. Who's the B? The Bob or Barbara or Bill? Who's the B connected here? Living or crossed? Hello? Are you here, Chris?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
So it could be first name, it could be middle name, and it also could be on your husband's side. But they keep giving me the there's not a William or Bill in one.
Oh, there's somebody that's living.
Right.
That's married to the Gemini. That's my brother. Starts with a B.
Oh, okay. So this is all about your brother. So your brother. So I love Chris.
I hear you laughing, Ely.
I can tell you're so excited about that.
Chris, I'm trying. I swear, I'm trying.
Oh, I love you guys. Go ahead.
So okay. So let me also just break this down. So your brother is married to a B name.
Yes.
Okay, I got
Brenda.
it. What was that?
It's Brenda.
Okay, got it. So it's very interesting that they keep. Oh, was there a period of time that there was a separation between either you and your brother or someone in the family?
Like sibling rivalry type of thing? What do you mean by separation?
Well, when I hear separation, Chris, I have to try to figure out whether it's relationship separation or geographically separation, like someone who doesn't live in the same state, or it's completely separate. Even though when I just said that it's not geographically, it just feels like there's something, there's like they're bringing me to you, and that there's someone like that you're not talking to or speaking to. There's something going on. That doesn't make sense?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Yeah. It's a way that your loved ones are, because the reason why I also asked you that, Chris, is that when I tune into your energy, there's anger. There's like can I say pissed off on the radio?
Sure. Yeah.
You just did.
You
just did.
I blame spirit, Chris. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's okay. They get me.
They do because I'm like I am irritated. I am pissed off. And they just, your grandmother, as well as your mother-in-law, is a huge fan of yours, Chris, and wants to make sure you know this.
I love her so much.
Oh my God,
yes,
yeah, and she
I
just.
do know.
And I love that. And it's a way that she wants to make sure you get that she's with you, she's on your side, and your mother-in-law supports you so much in that, in the what I'm talking about, I will tell you something. Your mother-in-law just said to me, the onus is not on you. Like your mother-in-law, which I love, she said, this has nothing to do with me, but I understand where she calls you daughter-in-law, is pissed off. She gets it. She understands it. And but she also just, she says that, but my daughter-in-law is also such an amazing person and is very forgiving. And she just doesn't like the fact that whatever's going on sits with you, because your mother-in-law says she doesn't like the way it makes you feel. And whether you say to me, no, I'm good, I'm telling you that your mother-in-law is saying she doesn't like the part that kind of, when any one of us are irritated or upset, or if we hold on to something, it sits with us. And your mother-in-law is all about how much she loves you and she wants you to be happy, and just saying that she doesn't want that she just doesn't want that to be there. But I will tell you something, getting back to the teacher, there's teaching around you. I just tuned in, and the alphabet is everywhere around you. So it's either you or your husband or somebody that was connected to you. But there's teaching. There's a teaching reference, because the teacher that came through is for you, Chris. She just tapped me on my shoulder and said, "This is for her. This is for her." Maybe this was a teacher that you were very close to, or somebody was very close to. What was that?
When you first said that, what popped into my head was my kindergarten teacher.
Oh my God, Chris!
That's what you talked about on the Facebook Live, Stephen.
I talked about a kindergarten teacher. I don't know if you were on Facebook.
Mrs. Rice was her name.
Oh my God!
What was her name?
Bizarre, because I'm not on. I can't watch your Facebook Live because I was on hold. Otherwise, I'd be watching it because I have to use the phone.
Oh my God!
You are freaking me out, Chris. What was her name?
Mrs. Bryce.
Oh my God! I actually, when I said there's a teacher here, I love her. She retired and she lived a long life, and but she wants to connect to somebody, and I said it gives me the feeling of I mean, I don't think I've ever said I was connected to a teacher except for my kindergarten teacher. And when you go back to Facebook Live, you'll hear me say.
You got to go back and listen.
It was Miss McCabe was my kindergarten teacher, and I gave her a pin. Well, my mom gave me a pin to give her for Christmas, and I still have the little note. And I'm like, this teacher is making me feel like what I felt with my kindergarten teacher. Chris, this is so crazy. Like,
well, because my kindergarten teacher, I was extremely shy, and she was so wonderful, and she was, I grew up rural, so.
I cannot even tell you how much Chris, you validating this, and I'm going to tell you something that you have to absorb and really keep with you. You validating this, she's in tears that you got her. She's so happy that you actually, that's all she wanted on Facebook Live. And when I started talking about it, I'm like, I have no idea who this goes to, and it doesn't. There's no mistake that I didn't ask the previous caller. I didn't ask Steven because it wasn't for you.
No.
I wasn't for him. And then I'm so glad that before I hung up, she tapped me, and she's very polite, and she's so sweet and has this huge heart. And she's like, Steven, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm here for Chris. So I love this. This is so wild. And you've got...
It was when you said, is there a teacher? And I started to think, like, recent. And the first thing that popped into my head was my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Rice.
The fact that you remember her name, I mean, she's like applauding you, and she's hugging you right now. It's pretty crazy. It's wild. It's just wild.
That's wonderful.
It is, and all of Spirit that that your grandmother, kindergarten teacher, your mother-in-law, everyone that's here that's coming through, this is a little bit different what I'm going to say, but they keep telling me the potential that you have, and they just all collaboratively said to me, stop beating yourself up, or stop not standing in your light, Chris, because and again, this doesn't mean like on a daily basis you're like, I hate Chris, not at all, but it just means that you're not giving yourself enough acknowledgement of who you are, and that because your kindergarten teacher just said, one thing that I learned as a teacher is the past is the past, and that stepping forward and going forward, you're such an incredible soul, Chris, and I hope that makes sense, but that's what they want to make sure you get.
That's awesome, Steve, and that's yes, I've been working on healing.
Oh,
and
wow.
Working on loving myself, understanding how to love myself.
I just got chills. I just got chills when you just said that, because they're all like, yeah, I could hear them in spirit, like, yes, like that's what we want, because what Chris doesn't get is that you are very special in how you touch people, and when you're not 100% with yourself, that sort of like that gift, it kind of gets a little backed up. And what you're doing, they're so proud. And oh my God, Chris, if you were here, I'd give you a big hug. That's all I can tell you. So I'll give you an ear hug. I was going to say a hair hug. I must be thinking about my hair. I'll give you an ear hug, and
Mr. Low Maintenance, Mr. Low Maintenance, mind you.
But Chris,
I got to tell you one thing.
Sure.
I'm Rocco Cole from Quad City, Illinois.
Oh my!
I don't know if you guys remember, but you guys were like, I can't forget. You guys were cracking me up last week.
Oh my! But have I ever read you before?
No.
Oh my God!
So I just come on, and I always put that I'm from the Quad City, Illinois. So I'm not like Chicago.
Yes, of course I do. Because in the name, how can I always say hi to you? Yeah,
yes. But my husband and I share it, and it's a student. It's our dog. It was his dog's name. So because we're really private and stuff.
Wow.
And but I just wanted to let you know that that's me, and don't be sad that you mistaken it for Rocco.
Oh, no. I remember distinctly last week. How do I pronounce Rocco? Rocco? Oh, my
and he was
God.
like, no, it's not. It's Rocco.
What is wrong with him?
Hey, listen, I'm having a three-way conversation.
And that's just the way it was. It is spelled. It's pronounced.
So,
you guys crack me up.
Well, nice to meet you.
Oh, my God. I am so glad you got through. And I know, Chris, Chris, also, before I leave you, I will tell you that your kindergarten teacher made sure that you were going to get through tonight so that she could do this. She, on the ride here, she was with me, and then when I started Facebook Live, I'm like, oh, this woman's a teacher. And God, when you're going to be freaked out when you go back to Facebook Live and hear that I actually referenced my kindergarten teacher. It's wild. It's just as wild.
Oh, my God.
It's just so wild. So, listen, Chris, it's so nice to talk to you and to meet you,
oh my gosh,
in person, and lots of love to you, okay?
Lots of love to you guys, and I'm feel so privileged because I've never thought I'd get through.
Me
but
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Me too. I feel the same exact way, Chris. So we'll see you back on
amazing.
Facebook Live. Listen, thank you.
Thank you, and a happy anniversary to you and Neely.
Thank you, Chris. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Through the Static, and I have to get off my high with Chris because that was pretty incredible. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Debbie, how are you?
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking.
So let me check in with Debbie. Debbie. Debbie, what was that?
That's why you said,
Alrighty.
Debbie, coming.
Debbie, where is when I'm even before I'm getting to who's stepping forward, is there another D connected to you? I know you're Debbie.
Yeah.
But is there kids? Is there siblings? Why do I keep getting like another D, like Donna or Dan, or like when I tune into Debbie, I get another D name? Is that somebody that you know of that's connected to you, either living or crossed, or even a middle name?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, make sure you keep it with you because they are giving me that for a reason. What are they talking about? There's also John the GJ name that's really close to you.
I have two brothers, John and James.
Oh, so they're just giving validations to both of them, even though they're screaming it. It's a mother figure stepping forward. So she's the one that started with oh my God, Debbie, was there an animal? Was there a dog or a cat or an animal with the D name? There's a D, and I keep. Is this your mom? Is your mom crossed or still here?
No, she's crossed.
Okay, so it's got to be your mom. So your mom talks about also the birthday or the anniversary that's really close. Either it's somehow connected to you, either you, your siblings, somebody. Could be also, Debbie, an anniversary of crossing, like someone's date of death. But when they give me the bouquet of flowers, it's usually, Debbie, 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. It's very, very close that they're giving me.
2 weeks back? When was Valentine's Day?
Yeah, that would have been in the scope. Why is that someone's?
My father passed on Valentine's.
Oh, so it's Dad. I got it. All right, so your father's coming through. That's not the D though, because I mean they don't usually give me D's for Dad. So
no.
What was that?
Oh no, I'm just trying to think of who a D would be. My mother's best friend was Dottie.
Oh, I wonder if it's Dottie coming through then. And your mom's best friend is crossed?
Yes.
Okay. Where's the one, Debbie, come in? When you just said that, did Dottie have like one child?
No, I have one child.
Oh, it's you. Okay, got it. So it's just them just giving validations. This even though Dottie just said she loves the acknowledgement, but it really wasn't Dottie. This is a D animal. There's a D animal. Dottie and your mother are having a lot of fun in spirit, Debbie. Let me just tell you.
I know.
But there's a D animal. Just keep it with you because they keep telling me. And sometimes it even can be like your neighbor had like a dog named Dusty or a cat. You know, that was someone that you would be referencing or saw and also the great thing, Debbie, it could be years ago too. It could be like when you were a little girl. I mean, I don't have a time frame. Where does someone have a truck, or is the tags on a car? What's going on with the registration? Your mother just made me. Your mother made me just look out the window, and father said, "Talk about the vehicle."
I forgot to get my car inspected, and it was supposed to be done in February.
They're watching. So,
clearly.
Yeah, they are. They're watching and letting you know that they're around you, and there's just a lot of love for you. Your father just said you're a hot ticket. He's like, if you hang around with Debbie, you'll be peeing your pants laughing. You're funny. You have to. If Spirit's telling me that, it's got to be true. So, and where's the daughter come in?
Well, I have a daughter. That's my one child.
Oh, okay, got it. I thought that, but I just asked your mother and father.
Yeah.
I just said to them, Debbie, you already told me one child, boy or girl, and they said girl. So it's just another way that they're giving a reference that they're always watching her, with her, and Debbie, you also have a lot of angels around you. When I get angels, it's either one of two things: people that either have a connection with angels, angel tattoo, love angels, or singing, some connection with. It doesn't have to be professionally singing, but someone who likes singing or is a singer. One of those two things. So
I'm a singer. That's crazy.
You're a singer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Debbie. Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy, huh? Well, you know what? It's just your loved ones letting you know that it's really them, and that's how they show you it's really them, by giving me things that I don't know. So you've got a very huge heart that they keep talking about, but there's also a heart issue. Do one of them have heart issues?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, so let me just tell you quickly that either someone had someone here, siblings, to someone. It almost makes me feel like it could be like an arrhythmia or something that maybe is not very serious, but they're giving a reference to my heart keeps jumping, so that just is always my sign for something with the heart. It also could be someone that was like a kid, had like some condition that they grew out of, but just make sure you keep that with you, because if they're bringing it up, it's just a validation. So I'm going to leave you with that, Debbie.
Oh, okay. I wanted to tell you I'm so sorry about your mom.
Oh, Debbie, thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you even saying that, and I take that and love hearing that, Debbie. Thank you.
Oh.
I really do. So I'm going to leave you lots of love, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Good
thanks.
night.
You too, Debbie. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
This is Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. Well, you don't sound okay, but you're breathing, you're living, and you're talking to me, so that's good. So Cheryl, where does the young male come in?
Here, could be.
What was that?
Living or dead?
No, this is someone who is crossed. And when I get a young male, Cheryl, it just means it's someone who left this earth way before their time, like even way before we think their time. But it could be, but wait a minute, he keeps telling me he's young. Do you know, are you connected with someone who lost a child?
Not living child young, no.
I mean, it could be a miscarriage too. I don't know if that's what you mean by living, but it also could be someone who lost a child, either intentionally or miscarriage. All I can tell you is that I just looked, and before I could move on, there's a boy here and backs me way up. So it means that either he crossed before he was born or like right after he was born. But he keeps pointing to you.
Okay.
He keeps pointing to you, and I keep hearing it's okay. I don't know what that means. Who's the A name? Anthony? The A connection to you? Like sometimes like Cheryl Ann or a middle name.
My sister's middle name is Ann.
I knew there was a middle name somewhere there. So it's just letting you know that it's really your loved one stepping forward and they're giving a validation to your sister. Sometimes, Cheryl, it's just like a validation Oh my God! But there's also another guy here who's older, who's in spirit. There's like a peer, like a boyfriend, husband, like someone, friends. Does that make sense?
My dad passed.
But did he pass younger?
He was young for his age. Yeah, he died suddenly at. He was 58.
Oh, there it is. So know that it's definitely your dad. I always say, like, even into the 60s, to me that's young. We don't expect someone to leave at that point. So know who smokes.
My mother. I used to smoke, but I quit just the month before my father passed away.
Oh, that's why he's bringing it up, Cheryl. Is because it's the smoking that you would connect immediately to say, I gave it up right before he passed. It's a way for him to wrap his arms around you and just hug you and just give you all this love and to let you know it's really me. There's also a Billy William connected here. Middle name, first name.
I have an Uncle William.
Who is he living?
No, he just passed away recently too. I believe.
So know that's just Uncle William, just letting you know that he's stepping forward too. And like the last call, Cheryl, I also get birthday anniversary really close. They want to acknowledge something. 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, somewhere very, very close. Anniversary of death or birthday or a celebration. There's a graduation. What was that?
Oh, yeah, I have a graduation coming up too.
Yeah, I know. I know. They're telling me.
My dad's death was February 22nd.
Wow.
My son, who has serious health problems, his birthday was February 27th.
Wow.
And then my oldest daughter's birthday is March 9th.
Oh my God! So they really
all
cut
in that same time frame.
That's pretty wild. And you have a graduation.
Yes, I have a graduation coming up.
Yeah,
for my oldest son.
Yeah, I love. Listen, if you don't know by now that they're watching you and they know everything that's going on, they also just keep putting a halo around you, Cheryl. It's just a way to say that they're so impressed of what you do and who you are as a mom, as a woman, as a partner, all of it. And like a couple of calls before you've got to make sure you step in that, Cheryl, because you're incredible, and what you deal with and juggle is pretty amazing. And they want to make sure you know that and they get that. And the last thing I got to tell you, because the show's ending, is where's the tattoo? Did you get a tattoo for somebody?
I did, for my dad and my son.
Yeah, so Dad just wants to let you know he knows about it. So, and it's giving you just this huge, huge hug. So, Cheryl, I wish I could keep going, but the show's ending. So I'm just going to end with that, and lots of love from me and everyone in spirit that loves you so much.
Thank you. My mother told me all about you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
My mother's Kathy and my aunt's Robin. So they both know you really well.
Wait a minute. Kathy and Robin. From where?
Robin's in Massachusetts. Kathy lived in Massachusetts, but she moved out here to Texas.
Oh my God! And Kathy's your mom?
Yes.
Oh my God! I love your mom and your auntie Robin. God, yes. I love them. I love the whole family.
Excellent.
Oh my God! I had no. Oh wow!
Where are you from?
Wow.
I live in Texas. I'm from Massachusetts, but I moved out of Massachusetts 30 years ago.
Oh, my God, Cheryl. So when you see your mom, give her a hug for me.
I was going to say, we should see you then next week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks from now.
If you were here in Mass, I would love that.
Here.
Welcome to the third hour.
All right.
I guess that's our cue, Cheryl. We got to go. So, listen, thank you so much. Lots of love, okay?
Thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye. So the show's over as Mark is just going to pull out a bat and just knock us over the head, right? I mean, so Stephen the Medium. I go by Stephen the Medium. And
I go by Coach Elix.
Exactly. So this was a phenomenal show. Again, if you're local, purchase tickets for the March 15th event and check my Facebook Live and my website, Stephen the Medium, because within a day or two, maybe even sooner, the new event that's going to be in Rhode Island, in Warwick, you do not want to miss this one. This is incredible. If you're local, it's going to be wild. So, all right, so lots of love to everyone, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.